When the sun creeps above the horizon and illuminates the morning commute in Western Russia, citizens on the far eastern edge of the country are already brushing their teeth and heading to bed. To make sense of that geographic reality, the nation's territory is sliced into 11 distinct time zones. It's the highest number of consecutive zones of any single country on Earth, stretching entirely across the top of Asia from UTC+2 all the way to UTC+12. But these neat, vertical slices are entirely an invention of the state. They are administrative boundaries drawn on a map, created to keep trains running on schedule and a massive society functioning together. The whole system orbits around the political center in Moscow, which dictates the official standard for this sprawling human-made grid. Yet, if you look closely at life in a city like Petrozavodsk during the winter months, you'll notice a massive discrepancy. The clocks tick at a normal pace, but the sun is only in the sky for a compressed 6 hours before total darkness returns. While a government can assign a number to your longitude, it has absolutely no control over the astronomical forces actively stealing your daylight. To understand where the sun went, we have to stop looking east to west and start looking north to south. This chart shows the distribution of daylight based on your location on the globe. Down here at the equator, it's perfectly balanced. You get 12 stable hours of light and 12 hours of dark all year round. But because the Earth is tilted on its axis, the rules change as you move away from the center. Up at a mid-latitude like Moscow, around 55 degrees north, the seasons force that baseline to stretch in summer and shrink in winter. When you push past the 60th parallel, the effect of that tilt becomes severe. By December, this part of the globe physically leans so far away from the sun that the daylight window compresses into a tiny sliver. The math is brutal. The sun finally struggles over the horizon around 10 a.m., and by 3:20 p.m., it's already gone. This 6-hour window is completely detached from whatever time zone the city sits in. It is a strict mathematical penalty for living this far north during the winter solstice. During those brief 6 hours, the sun barely crusts the horizon. It slides sideways across the sky, casting immensely long shadows over the snow. And right in the middle of this fleeting twilight, regular life marches on. People go to work and catch the bus and grab lunch, all while the sky looks like an endless evening. If you keep traveling north past the Arctic Circle, eventually reaching Murmansk at 69 degrees north, you hit the absolute limit. Here, the 6-hour day vanishes entirely. For 40 days in the dead of winter, the city falls into the polar night, a period where the sun never breaches the horizon and the sky remains locked in a dim, permanent blue hour. Moving straight north from Moscow doesn't change the time on your watch by a single minute, but it ruthlessly erases the sun from your sky. The tension between a ticking clock and the actual position of the sun reveals exactly how these two systems interact. Take two cities separated by thousands of miles. When a clock reads 9 a.m. in Petrozavodsk in the west, it already reads 11 a.m. in Yakutsk, deep in the east. But look at the sun's shadow. Because these two cities sit at roughly the same latitude, they experience nearly identical natural daylight cycles. The sun hits them based on their distance from the North Pole, completely ignoring the invisible time zone borders drawn between them. The entire Russian landmass serves as a massive canvas for these extremes, stretching across the globe so widely that no single system can capture it. Its horizontal width forces the government to enforce 11 time zones just to keep society synchronized. We can draw lines on a map to dictate the hours of the day, but our position on a tilted planet ensures the cosmos always decides how much light we actually get to see.